brother, and we are encouraging, inspiring, pushing, and motivating our people to wake up to be radical thinkers for a changed mindset. Like I say, I'm not your news. I just speak on the issues to give you the solution from my perspective. And my perspective is coming from a new mindset and reprogramming myself as I go through the process of transforming myself. It's not an easy task, not an easy progress, but it must be done. That's why I'm encouraging our people to do. I can't just talk about it. I am about it, you know, and I believe we can all do this at the same time, but you got to be willing to make a change in your life and you got to know what happened to us so we can actually heal as people. So how we gonna transform as people? We gotta go back in our past and acknowledge what happened to us, acknowledge what was the damage, so we can work on healing, work on rebuilding, and loving ourselves and loving each other. If you wonder where I've been just staying focused, man, because this is not an easy task, as I say, and I'm encouraging all of us to work on transforming yourself so you can really have knowledge yourself and have power for yourself so you can be a better person for your family, for your community, for your people. And this is something we must do. We got to address the problem, us as people, for us to really have a true change, to change our environment. We got to change ourselves. And like I say, I focus on two things in Power Inc. It's knowledge yourself and our psychological mindset. Those two things we focus on, and we got ways to do it for us reading, unlearning, and re educating ourselves to empower ourselves. This is going to be a slow task, but it must be done. And you can work on the transformation overnight once you acknowledge the damage that has been done to us and what continue to be done to us. As long as you keep using the old program, you won't realize the condition us as people, why we self hate ourselves and hate each other and fight each other. You got to address the trauma. You got to address why we think how we think. You got to address what happened to us. You got to realize something happened to us. This is why they don't want us to know our history. This is the reason why they took their history away and they give us lies. You got to understand, for us to really have power as people, we got to address the trauma. We got to address what happened to us so we can really have a foundation to work on, to build on. But we got to heal first before we rebuild. No, I really don't got too much, man. I just wanted to vent and tell my people, man, I'm still focused. You might not see me every day, but I'm still focused on building this, building organization from the ground up. I got a solid direction and it's all focused on the individual. This is a self-help program for rebuilding and self-healing. We must change ourselves. We must put all the focus on ourselves. Guns is not the problem. It's our condition as people, what happened to us as a group of people. And it's been proven, genetically been proven, it's been passed on, epigenetics been proven, PTSD, post traumatic slave syndrome. And we must address what happened to us so we can actually have power as people. You must read, my people. We're not reading. I'm encouraging you to be a reader. If you read, you're leading. Readers lead. If you're not reading, you're not empowering yourself. If you're not working out, you're not physically empowering yourself. If you're not eating better, you're not doing better. You got to acknowledge all the wrong and what they intentionally inflicting upon us as people, how they intentionally hold us down at the bottom. You know, work on yourself so we can really work on rebuilding ourselves, to healing ourselves, to loving ourselves, to respecting ourselves and respecting each other so we can have true power. This is what we must do. Now, I'm just going to leave y'all with that. I'll just tell you how it is. It's times where I just got to take a step back to inhale and just embrace my loved ones that I do have around me and steady working on this project and this organization because it's not easy building from the ground up with a trauma people. We're trauma people and it shows. I've been in the streets and I see our people. We're damaged. That's why we continue to fight each other. That's why we continue to have so many problems. That's why our hoods look like the hoods, because we ain't changed the program. We ain't changed our thinking. Why we still going about doing the same tactics with the same old logic and the same old tactics, because we using the old program. And nobody want to really talk about the problem because they really don't want to see us improve or really have power as people. 'Cause a lot of our own people is sellouts. They are sellouts. We got a lot of our own people are sellouts, man. And you got to be woke to understand that. That's why I'm encouraging you to be woke. And this is why they don't want us to be woke. You got to be awakened to the problems that we have. How are we going to really fix our problems as people? We don't even know what we're fixing. We don't even know what we're working on. We want better, but a lot of our people choose not to do better. We want better, but we choose to stay divided and still doing the same old damn thing. We must be brutally honest, as I say, to really change as people. We must work on ourselves, look ourselves in the mirror, and be brutally honest with ourselves. Something happened to us, and we gotta know our history. Will empower you, and will enlighten you, will open you, so we can deliberate our minds, deliberate our souls, to free our minds. Cause our bodies might be free, but our minds are not. That is the problem. It's the condition to us as people, and how we continue to stay in this situation. You might go to church. It's 380,000 churches, but most of them they not empowering you. And like I say, don't just pray on it. Work on it. React on it. Stand on it, and make a change in your life, so we can make a change in our environment, make a change in our community, make a change in our families. It starts from the individual. Ain't nobody gonna save us if you acknowledge and know your true history. This is why we must save us, so we can really have an impact in our community. That's what we need to do. Now I'm gonna leave you with this. Knowledge is power. It can change your thought process, and your thoughts will change your behavior. And that'll trickle down into your actions. Once you acknowledge the trauma, you can work on rebuilding yourself, for healing yourself, for change. Fact of the matter is, we are traumatized and trauma people, programmed and conditioned in the system. Be awakened for a changed mindset. Be awakened for a changed identity. Be awakened for a changed environment. Be awakened to be empowered of yourself. Knowledge of self is the key. We must save ourselves. We must rebuild ourselves to save ourselves. And that's my time, man. Thanks for listening. Why I go back working, because I do got an event coming up. We got an event coming up for us, a Camp Power. It's our first Camp for Power this weekend. And I stay busy. I'm not your average revolutionary or your podcast, you want to call it, hey, or YouTuber. Nah, I got a message, and it's for my people to wake up. I sell T-shirts to encourage our people to wake up. I stand on what we need to be doing for as people, and we must protect each other, unite with each other, have power. That's my three stands, but it means way more than that. If you really look at it and you really understand what we don't have, I'm trying to get us to have what we don't have. And knowing how you're gonna see it, you must wake up and open your eyes and reprogram yourself. Stop using the old program and use a new program by reprogramming yourself. Something happened to us. We have been conditioned, brainwashed, and groomed. The same people that enslaved our workforce. That's the facts. And I'm just brutally honest, gonna give it to you how. Because if we really want change, we must work on ourselves as changing as people, our knowledge, our mental, our condition, our trauma. We must address the trauma. We cannot heal if we don't know what happened to us. In order to heal, you got to grow, but you got to do your work in order to heal. So that's my time, man. Thanks for listening. And I'm just encouraging you, stay focused. Y'all hear the sirens go off nonstop. Whew, drive me crazy, but stay focused. Salute to my people. Stay focused. As I stay focused, I'm encouraging you to be waking, to get on the path of transforming yourself and reprogramming yourself so you can be empowered. You must be empowered. You must be empowered. We cannot change our direction as people until we address the trauma. If you don't know what happened to us, how will you heal? If you don't heal, you don't grow. That's my time for tonight. Thanks for listening. Till next time, my people, hey, put the guns down, be the responsible gun owner, think before you react. Till next time, protect each other, unite with each other. Be power. Hotep. Peace.